Hello, good morning. This is Eliza Bloom Robinson, Transformational Catalyst. So glad that you're here with me today. This is day 3 of a 5-day activation series. And today we are clearing procrastination and activating authentic action. So, here we are, procrastinating, of course, right? So I wanted to just say hello a little bit and remind you, if you've been here before, or let you know if this is the first one, what the purpose of these this activation series is. So again, my name is Eliza Bloom Robinson, and I am a transformational catalyst. And I personally love that title. But what I hear often, hey Tammy, what I hear often is, now, what is that exactly? And what do you do, like, actually? And so I've been really consciously wordsmithing this year, consciously looking for that touch point between what I know I do and what people can hear that I do. So it's been a very interesting journey. And last week somebody said, well, why don't you just show us? And I'm like, oh, duh, that sounds really easy. So I created this 5-day gift, 5-day example, 5 processes that you can actually use again and again and again. So on day 1, we interrupted the pattern of stress. If you've ever had stress in your life, you know that once it's kicked in, it's hard to eliminate, right? You can bypass it, you can avoid it if you have the right tools. But we gave you a tool, an exercise, to actually interrupt the stress pattern, making space and then activating a sense of relief. And so the people that were on the call that day, the people that experienced that, typed some comments. And I think if you go back and find the lives, you can still find the comments. But what they received was, this sort of relief, this sense of relief. And yesterday we looked at fear, and we were able to use the idea of fear to pull it out, actually to look at it, to create space for peace. So that was really powerful. And today we're doing procrastination. And the antidote to procrastination is actually authentic action. So just to share, I have been procrastinating. Holy cow. Now I use another word along the same lines, and that's distraction. And people might relate more to distraction. But how many of you watching now or watching the recording, how many of you, show of hands, ever gets caught into the Facebook wormhole, right? How many of you ever get distracted by, oh, I'm going to sit down and write the next chapter of my book. Oh, but first I have to do the laundry, and first I have to do the dishes. And, oh, actually I better go to the grocery store because I want to create and we go and we just take off on these. All of that could be, not necessarily and not with judgment, but could be procrastination. Procrastination defined is simply delaying or postponing. And so when you think about your business, or you think about your relationships, or you think about your finances, or you think about your health, there are things that you know that you need to do in order to move yourself forward. It might not be things you want to do. It might not be things that like excite you, but there are things that are yours to do. One of the questions that I use often with my clients and with myself is the idea of what is mine to do? What is mine to do? Right? Because it's easy to sit in the chair and think and dream and have all this great big vision, but if you don't get off your seat and move your feet, you're not going to get anywhere. And so then the idea about action also is, what is really authentic action? What is action that moves you forward? What is action that is not action just to stay busy, or action to spin out, or action just to avoid doing something else? That's not the kind of action that we're talking about. What we're talking is true, authentic action. Doing the thing that will move you forward. Doing the one thing that will make everything else easier. Doing the one thing that might even eliminate some of the other busy work. That's what we're talking about, authentic action. Authentic action isn't a big, massive plan. Authentic action can usually be done in 5 minutes or less. Authentic action is about starting movement. Starting movement. Hey, I see Kristen and Jim and David and Tammy. Thanks for being here. It's great to see you. So what stops us, right? When we know there's a disconnect, when we know what we need to do, or we know what we're being called to do. I don't like to use the word need. It's kind of like should. You know, you don't want to do that to yourself. But when you land in your body, when you take a breath and get still, even if for just a moment, and ask your high self, ask your greater wisdom, your intuition, ask the soul of your business, ask spirit, or your guides, or your angels, or whoever you ask, but from that place of stillness within you. What is mine to do today? What is the one thing that I could do in the next 5 minutes? That's what we're looking for. And then, of course, go do it, right? Right? I used to teach spiritual discernment all around the country, and the key is what is mine to do, and then, you know, staying in authentic action. So the final step is, what are you going to do by when? What are you going to do by when? I'm going to meditate. Okay, well, when? Are you going to meditate before noon? Are you going to meditate before bed? Are you going to meditate first thing in the morning? What are you going to do by when? And for how long? I'm going to meditate. Okay, for 5 minutes, for an hour. What is it? It doesn't matter what it is, but be very clear. And don't make it up with your brain. Allow it to come from that other place of wisdom, from that deeper place of wisdom. So let's look at procrastination again for a moment. And just take a breath in. Again, procrastination is, excuse me, let me take a drink real quick. Procrastination is the sense of delaying or postponing. Now, sometimes the wisdom is to delay or postpone, so we're not talking about that. We're talking about the place in you, the energetic field, the pattern in you that freezes you, that stops you, that eats up your time, that you go completely unconscious about. Now, it's totally fine to go, I am not going to do that today, I'll put that off. But that's not procrastination necessarily. What procrastination is more is, oh, I'm going to get to that. Oh, I'm going to get to that. Maybe I'll do that today. Oh, I'm going to do that today, and then the day goes by. Oh, I'm going to do that, and the day goes by. I'm going to do it, and the day goes by. There's also a fine line between, distinction actually, between a heaviness and an opening. There's a fine line between a fear that will actually move you forward and a fear that is more of a wisdom. There's a fine line in your own discernment about doing the next thing. But what I want to say about the next authentic action, it's going to be a small action, and it's easy. It might not be easy to do, but you can do it in a matter of minutes. It's going to be a tiny thing that will move you forward. So even if you do the thing, it's like, oh, that wasn't it at all. It got you into movement, so you can begin to course correct. Excuse me. So we feel procrastination. I feel procrastination. I'm going to do procrastination as a general because many people can relate to it. So when we work together individually or in a group, we go for a much more specific thread. But for today, we're going to go for a flavor of procrastination. This is what it looks like, feels like to me. I'm moving along, I'm having my day, everything's good, right? And then I hit procrastination and it goes, ugh. So what I want you to do is activate the feeling the energy, the vibration of procrastination. So be about your day, like everything's going good, right? And then you hit a wall, and you hit the feeling, the wet blanket, the heavy energy of procrastination, and it just sucks the life force out of you. Just go, oh. So I want you to activate it. Ready? We're going to hit it. We're going to bring it up. We're going to activate it. We're not going to leave you there, so don't worry. But we're going to activate it out of the cells of our being. We're going to begin to activate the pattern so that we can pull it out and disrupt it. So ready? Oh. Now everybody should be feeling heavy or bored or numb, right? Those are feelings. Those are experiences of procrastination. So we're going to let that activate. We're going to let that bubble up a little bit, right? And just find yourself sort of in the muck of that heaviness, that numbness, that boredness. Okay, you feel it? All right. And then we're going to use the idea, the vibration, the element, the symbol of fire. So in this heavy, kind of bored, kind of place, just feel it. Now imagine that this has become like a big cave that you're hanging out in. It's just heavy and it's dark and it's like, I can't even see my way through, right? I don't even know that I'm in the cave. It's so dark. And we're going to just light a fire. Maybe it's a Bic match. I don't have my lighter right here. Otherwise, I would just light something. Do I? No, I don't have my lighter right here. Light it. Light the Bic lighter, the big long ones, right? Or you can do the little ones if you still carry those around. The big long ones. Light it. It's like, oh, that heaviness, that darkness. Now there's light in it. And then take that big lighter and just lay it down towards the ground and notice, oh my goodness, there's a little pile of kindling here. Light that. And feel the fire beginning to activate. Fire is an activating energy. Feel the fire beginning to open up space to create light in this dark heaviness. Now feel that fire coming into a pillar. Straight up. This fire won't hurt you. This fire will only illuminate you. This fire will burn up procrastination. It will activate it. It will sweep it away. Feel that fire in your cave burning away. It's like when the sun comes out after it's been heavy and gloomy and wet and damp. Like imagine that. Like we've had a lot of rain the last few days. Yesterday was beautiful sunny, but the few days before that in Arizona, we don't get that much. But it was heavy and it was damp and it was cold. I mean, like 59 degrees. I mean, cold. But it was a damp cold. And don't laugh at me. Please don't laugh at me. Or laugh at me if you want to. Right? But the sun comes out. The fire in this darkness of your procrastination comes out and things begin to get sparkly, shimmery, because there's still a dampness, right? There's still a mist, and so the sun will reflect. Feel that. Feel something as your fire is illuminating your darkness. Feel something. Notice something, a shiny, a glimmer, maybe a raindrop. Feel it. Allow it to bring your attention, to draw your attention in. Let that light, let that sun, let that fire burn away all the darkness, all the dampness, all the heaviness. And now you find yourself standing in the center of a field, a big glorious field, and the sun is out. And you are light, and you are tall, and you are confident. And as you look around this field, there are a series of paths, and it is only yours to decide which path to take. And one of those paths might be lit up. It might be illumined. It might be sparkly. There's something on one of those paths that will draw your attention. And all you have to do is take that first step. Take that first step along that path. And take the next step. And take the next step. And as you come along that path, the idea comes to you, what is mine to do today? What authentic action can I do in the next 5 minutes? And let them pop. Let them pop. Not from your head, but from this beautiful path that you're walking along. Maybe like a flower pops up. It's like, oh, I need to make that phone call. Oh, I need to do that post. Oh, I need to call that client. Oh, I could create that program. 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Simple, easy, authentic action, because what we're doing is we're moving into action as a way to, as an antidote to the procrastination, the heaviness that we were experiencing a moment ago. Hey Liz, thanks for joining. So take a breath. Take a breath. There we go. There we go. There we go. Feel in your body. Stop on your path right now. Stop the walk and just feel in your body. Oh. The clarity. Feel in your body the confidence. Feel in your body how it feels when you've taken action. It's like that sense of, oh, I did it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did it. That feels good. Right? Just feel, we're going to integrate all of those feelings, all of that energy, that vibration, because remember, we're playing on a vibratory field, right? We're going to anchor that in. There you go. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Energetically allow it. There we go. There we go. Good, good. All right, now look around. Look around. Do you see procrastination? Can you feel it in your body? Probably likely not. If you do, just come back to the cave, burn it, allow it to be transcended by the brilliance of the fire, by the brilliance of the sun. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Put your hand on your heart for a minute. Put your hand on your heart. There was just to anchor it all the way in. Tammy says, I just finished my workout. Yay! Feels great. Yay, doesn't it? No more procrastination, at least not for today, right? Procrastination is actually a habit for many of us. It's just something that we fall back on, right? So, but we can change it and we can come back into authentic action. And that doesn't mean work hard 24/7. It means authentically take care of yourself, authentically self-care, authentically rest, authentically move, authentically take steps in your business. So if you would like some support, sorry, my watch was buzzing, tells me I have a meeting coming up. If you would like some support, I'll post my calendar link there. I would be happy to, actually it's already posted there, have a conversation about how this type of work might be the exact thing that will move you forward. And tomorrow, same time, same place, 10 o'clock in the morning Mountain Time, we are going to tackle shame. And we're going to use shame actually as fuel to build confidence. So I hope you join me. Also, we'll post in the comments to actually join this series so that you also get the recordings and you can use these processes again and again and again. My name is Eliza Bloom Robinson, Transformational Catalyst, and I help people. I help women primarily, not to the exclusion of men, but women primarily come to the edge of their success, open up doorways and pathways for an even deeper, more rounded, fuller success. I do that with spiritual process. I do that with connection to your own self, to spirit, to soul, and to sisters. I would love to serve you. I'm happy that you're here. I will talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye. Thank you, Tammy.